scared me? Who was screaming?
Hello, everyone, for another exciting episode of Three Different Dads. I am Lorenzo. Jimmy is here, and so is Tyler. Everyone's on time, and I
Look at
made
that.
I made everyone get up early on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you too. Also,
Happy Father's Day.
all the fathers listening out there. Is Sunday the 16th as we record this. So, first thing, do you guys have any Father's Day plans? Or was it interrupted? You didn't get to sleep in because I had to record the podcast.
Oh, I won't lie. I was asked late yesterday. Heather and Olivia are like, "Do you want to like get up and go to breakfast?" And I was like, that sounds great, but I don't think I can." Like, what are you doing? Like, what do you have? I was like, I already made plans to podcast at 9 a.m. So I'm sorry. So our goal was to get up early this morning and do it, and just didn't happen. So I ended up going to get some Dunkin' Donuts, and that's my Father's Day so far. So
Sometimes I feel like this podcast is our kid, and we have to be there for it too. So, you know,
it's true. It's a lot like a
The
child. You
kid
just
that we
can't-
had banned for 6 months.
hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Jim, what about
Oop.
you? Any big plans? You were just talking about how you
Yeah.
you went to bed at 2 a.m. and had to get up real early. So
Yeah. So I was told I could sleep in today. And then we're going out to breakfast after this. So
okay.
the
What's
time change works in your favor.
yeah.
We may have talked about this, but who knows how long ago. What is your like go to breakfast? If you can have anything, if you could make anything or have anything or whatever, Jim, we'll start with you. What would you get?
So there's a place, Tyler actually went with us last time he was in town, but it's like a little uh breakfast place, but they do like skillets and stuff. And so I love a good anything with like hash browns, meat, egg, potato in some form or fashion.
Yeah,
That's what I'm about. So
yeah,
I love biscuits and gravy. Uh,
yeah. That's
like
good.
if I go to a hotel buffet and that's there, like that's usually my go-to thing because you could just add a bunch of pepper to it and it or hot sauce and it tastes good. So
Ty.
I'm a coin flip for sweet or savory. So I can either do like a skillet, like Jim said, with just bacon, sausage. Sometimes I'll go crepes, throw it up a little bit or change it up a little bit. Not
Throw it up.
Not throw it up, change it up. Yeah, I mean,
Crepes. I don't know if
sweet.
I don't know
Uh,
if I've ever had a crepe.
Chicken and waffles is always a wild card too, because like if I go somewhere and I see like, this place does chicken and waffles well, I will get chicken and waffles all the time. So
Mm,
I don't think I've ever had chicken and waffles.
me either. Yeah.
I feel
It's-
that's like culture appropriation.
it's I was about to say, I like rap music and it is part of my race. So yes. Yes. Chicken and
I
waffles.
just feel like I should not be. I don't know.
Jim, there's nothing wrong with chicken and waffles. Let's just put that out
It
there.
also just doesn't. It's weird though too because I also like Chick-fil-A's breakfast bowls. So I do like chicken in the morning, but chicken has typically not been a breakfast.
That's the
protein.
sweet. That's the sweet and the savory combined. Like you get your chicken and the waffles, and it's great.
All right.
It's great.
I don't think I've ever had that. I like skillets are good. I think because usually skillets come with like sausage gravy poured all over the top of them. As I've had a lot of those like that. I like an omelet, just a big fat omelet, and any kind of potato, hash brown, home fries, whatever. Give me a potato and I'll be good. But
That was actually one of
I-
my favorite things at working Frosty breakfast in the morning was we always got a free breakfast and it was
yeah,
phenomenal. Yes.
Yeah.
Jim and I ate like kings for all those breakfasts. So good.
Side note.
Yeah.
So they just opened up a bunch of Einstein's Bagel Bros or some whatever it is.
yeah.
Around us. And I don't think I've ever been to one before. kind of not worth it. And they have a double baked hash brown, which sounds like, oh, okay, this is gonna be amazing. Um,
It's
No,
no,
not
like
good.
it sounds like
I
it'd be
just
hard.
it wasn't, but it was just it looked like a little puck. I don't know.
Okay.
It just wasn't what I don't know. It was I don't know if I'll ever go back again to that place.
Whenever I
And I'm
go to a
sure I
bagel,
got the wrong thing, but
yeah. Whenever I go to a bagel shop, I always just get a bagel with cream cheese. Like Barry's Bagels has been here for forever, and I would just go there and said, "Give me a bagel, whatever bagel I'm feeling, and throw some cream cheese on it." I'm good. I don't think I've ever got like a sandwich or anything from anywhere.
well, that's what I did. I did that and then I got the hash brown thing and I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
this isn't and they gave me a very little amount of cream cheese and I don't know. I just was not happy last yesterday. But
You know,
go
uh,
on.
yeah, Tim Hortons has a good breakfast sandwich. The only thing I don't like for whatever reason they put double egg on it.
Mm.
And of all the things on a breakfast sandwich that you would want two of, I think egg would be last. Like the extra cheese, sure. Another slice of meat, yeah. A little bit more cream cheese, okay. Two eggs, no, no, thank you. I always ask for the second egg. Uh,
What's your go-to breakfast like fast food thing?
so there used to be um a coffee place in Oregon that I would stop when I worked out at Pearson. Why can't I think of what it's called? It's whatever Beaners changed their name to.
Big B.
Um, Big B, yes. So it was Big B, and that's the first time I had a breakfast sandwich. It was egg, sausage, cheese, and cream cheese. That's the first time I've never had a breakfast sandwich with on a bagel with cream cheese also, and that was awesome. And I love that sandwich, and I would get that all the time. But now the Big B is no longer, and I'm without my favorite sandwich.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hi.
I'm a McDonald's what is
McDonald's is
it?
good.
The bagel, like the
Yeah,
breakfast bagel, because it has that good sauce on it.
sauce
So
is
that
awesome. Yeah,
yeah, that is straight up trash food and I know it, but I don't care and it's really good, I think. So
I went to McDonald's and ordered because I think it like went through 1 through 8 was the numbers on the board, and I'm like, all right, can I get a 8, which is or whatever the number is? It's a bagel uh with bacon. I was like, can I get an 8, but instead of bacon, can I have sausage? And she goes, so you want a 10? I was like, well, there's no 10 on here, so I get yeah. There's no 10, so I didn't know to order a 10.
That's awesome.
board stops at 8, ma'am. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
But Jim, well, I do want to go back to McDonald's and drive-through ordering. But Jim, what fast food do you like?
So I used to love the bagel, egg and cheese or the bagel, bacon, egg and cheese sandwich from McDonald's. And then they went away from it like completely. But
Yeah, I got
then
rid of them.
I saw that it's back.
It's
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
It's back in a big way.
So I'm excited to try that at some point.
So, what was your replacement? Did you just not eat bagel sandwiches from fast food places?
I was like, if I didn't really get like I did not get breakfast fast food stuff at all for a long time.
Okay. You know, a good one too. I feel like it's underrated. I won't get it all the time, but it's delicious every time I get it. The croissant witch from BK,
Oh yeah.
double croissant witch. Throw a couple sausage patties on there. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
That I forgot that. Yeah, I never venture to the other side of Perrysburg. I like to stay on my side. And but yeah, I do love Burger King's breakfast because it's
yeah.
just straight grease. Anything with a lot of grease is usually
Also,
pretty
also
solid.
they have hash browns, but they aren't tater tots. They are, I guess, flat round tater
Flat
tots.
circles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
The
I
mini
like that.
circles.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
those too. I can that way I can pop those in and with a bite of a
I
sandwich.
haven't I haven't had Taco Bells in a long time, but they did not impress me when it first came out.
I don't know if I've ever
And
had Taco Bell breakfast.
they
Yeah,
should
Mm.
have better breakfast. Like uh Mexican food place breakfast is usually amazing.
yeah.
Um so that's where I don't know, maybe it's better now, but for a while there it was kind of trash.
Well, it is Taco Bell, so I mean Taco Bell in general is
Oh,
trash.
I disagree completely with that statement, but
I mean, Taco Bell got us through high school. Okay, you
It
can't,
did.
yeah, you can't
It
talk bad
did.
about it. It got us through our affordable years when we had $1.50 in our pocket. We could get 4 tacos or whatever the fuck. So
My boss
Taco
was
Bell is
telling
not cheap now.
it
no, it
is
is not.
not.
It is not.
Yeah. So the funny story, my boss was telling me about her son recently, and she's just like, "Yeah, I called him because he wasn't home the other night, and it was like past midnight, and she's like, I gotta have some sort of curfew for my kid. He's only like a junior, going into his sophomore junior year." And she's like, I called him. It was like 11:30, 11:45. I was like, where are you at? And he goes, Taco Bell, just hanging out with my friends. And she's like, do you think he was lying to me? And I'm like, no. I said, I used to do this all the time, like back in high school. I said we would like eat like kings for like, and I was throwing it back to like the days of getting a chalupa for 89 cents. And
Do you think he's lying to me?
I was like, no, he's probably literally eating Taco Bell with his buddies. That's what we used to do in high school. And she was just laughing. So yeah, good times. I remember those.
Um, uh, have you guys experienced AI at fast food ordering, the drive-throughs?
No. Who has
Dude,
it?
So
McDonald's had it one time when I went. Yeah, not every
Yeah.
McDonald's, but this particular one I went to did.
a guy that I used to work with, he left, and the company that he goes to like does that essentially on the Videotron boards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like when you talk, it's a fake person. Like they have it
Yeah.
at McDonald's every time where it's like, for mine, it's like a Hispanic guy that's like, hello, will you be using your app today to start? And
Mhm.
then to start the conversation, and then like a real person picks up. But like this dude's company essentially like it just listens to what you say and it just puts the order in for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're not talking to a real person at all the entire time.
I was really hoping you were gonna try like a Hispanic accent. That would have been.
Hola,
I
¿cómo
was I was
está?
waiting for that. um, so the one I experienced was that same thing. Like that person said, "Hey, would you like to try or use your Food Rewards or whatever?" And then it was still AI when they're like, "All right." And then so I started ordering, and then that the
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's still a real person like punching in the order as they're hearing it, but I don't know for sure. But it's just a person talking to me the whole time.
A lot of
Do you-
times it's just like voice recognition stuff that just
Yeah,
pulls it and it just takes it exactly how you say it and puts it down there.
so how do we
So if you
fight this? How do we fight the
well,
AI from taking over?
but think about it though. That should be a good thing because like
It should be. You're right.
it's not going to like theoretically like some kid's not gonna like not hear you put this and
yeah,
punch in like the wrong thing or do something along those lines. So that's one
yeah.
of those things I don't mind.
That's a good point.
But you know what they really should have at fast food restaurants?
What's that?
An express lane if you do mobile, like in the drive-through.
Oh,
It
100%.
pisses me off at Chick-fil-A and at McDonald's. Like I put in my order and they'll have like multiple lanes or whatever.
Do you have
And
curbside
then
carry out at your
yeah, but dude, that's still not the yeah,
dude?
then you have to pull in,
That's
you have to park.
yeah, but that's the way to skip the line. It's
No,
basically what you're asking for. You already have your order in. You just pull into those spaces. You hit I'm here, and then they come and bring it out.
you're still like
You're still waiting, but I think you do cut a significant chunk of the line because you're probably cutting everybody that hasn't ordered prior to that point.
anyways.
I know. I know Chipotle isn't a something you can drive through and order, but they have that where you order. If you order online, you just pull up to their window or whatever. They ask your name and throw your food at you.
They also have
Yeah.
the exclusives that you can only get on the app, like a quesadilla.
So are we
Did you
just
know that?
hungry? Is that-
Yes, I'm always hungry. I can always eat more. Taco Bell, Jim. You were talking about Taco Bell. They have an app exclusive menu too.
They do. And they have a great app because a lot of the times it's like I didn't even know what this thing was because all their food is basically the exact same thing, just kind of repurposed a little bit.
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
can go in there and see exactly what it is. And then I still get anxiety like when I'm ordering something like brand new from a new place, even though I'm talking to somebody that doesn't give a fuck. But
Wait,
They're
time out,
just
time out. Let's go back to that real quick. Let's stay on this. I should say, you get anxiety or you feel some sort of way about ordering new menu items. Is that what you said?
like not so much if I go to a restaurant and I don't know like uh Chipotle is a great example of this,
Okay,
right?
all right.
The first time you go to Chipotle, you're just expected to like there's a line of people behind you and you're like this and this.
Yeah.
When and then they have can't think of what's the Italian Chipotle that they have. God, there's one else. I forget.
Oh yeah,
There's
Piata, right?
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like the first time you go in there, you're like, I don't know what I want. Like there's a
yeah,
million different options here. You get in line, like then you finally see it. They need to do a better job, all restaurants do, of putting the menus a couple times before you actually order so that if you're waiting in line, you can look at the menu. A lot of times you get up there and you're like, there's these four new options. I don't know what the hell this is. Let me look at this real quick. And then I'm like, there's a line of people behind me. Now I'm being a dick to those people here. The dude that's making $10 an hour is just like, hurry up with your order already. And I'm just like, so yeah,
yeah.
there's a little
Okay.
bit there of me
Now,
just like not knowing what to do. I'm not going in with a game plan. It's
so
I don't know.
I was gonna the question I was gonna ask, I answered it myself, but I was gonna ask, okay, but can't there be a little bit on the person to say like, oh, let's go try this new place, let's see what they got first. But then I thought, well, most fast food is, hey, I'm hungry. Oh, let's try that place. And that's mostly what it is. Like, hey, I want to try that. So there isn't a like, hey, let's check it out first on online or whatever. Now, I will say even if that is the case for us sometimes because I think it's because it's like having a kid having a kid thing is all right, well, my kid's super picky, so I'm going to look at the menu first to see like is there something that they're even going to like here. But as you know, as they get out of there is a lot of like, hey, we're just stopping here and go, and you're right, there can be too many things sometimes.
Like if
Jim,
you
how do
went
you
to a
feel about
Carl's Jr. right now and there's a huge line, you're waiting in line,
Yeah,
and then you get up to the thing, I'm like, well, I don't know, I guess like a cheese, like whatever they're promoting on their board there, I'll be like, yeah, one of those and some fries, I guess.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Ty, what'd you say?
I was just gonna ask Jim about the new Taco Bell menu. How do you like it? Cantina chicken tacos.
I never
So
had one of those yet, but
I've
yeah,
had
go
one
ahead.
of those. It's
I
not
like it.
bad. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Like the chicken's still kind of dry. Like you pepper you like you just cake on the sauce. So it's I feel it's almost that way with all Taco Bell stuff. It's like how much hot sauce, how much fire sauce. You're just drenching it in that shit anyways. So that's really all you're tasting for a majority of it. But um I will not speak it bad on
The
Taco Bell.
nacho fries were back, so
Oh, dude,
I'm a fan of
big,
those.
great fries. Great
Nacho
fries.
fries?
Nacho
Oh yeah.
fries.
I never had those either. There's a lot of things I'm
Oh,
not.
They're like a limited time thing, so they come and go, but they've
So is
come
it
and
just
gone quite
fries
a few
with like
times.
nacho stuff on it?
Like
no, it's just
Dorito,
well,
not like little shaken powder kind of. They're so good. And then they give you a
they're
little cheese sauce to dunk them into.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I want to look it up. No.
They're pretty
I wouldn't
solid.
say it's Dorito. It's
It's
just
yeah, it's not Dorito, dude. That's an idea. Taco Bell,
that is what
contact
it
us
is.
because that's an idea for you.
So
Cool
they
Ranch
so
Dorito nacho fries. Oh my god,
so the picture makes it look like Rally's fries.
Yes, that's more of what I would say. Like the
Okay.
orangish fries.
Okay, but then you dip them in cheese.
and
Yeah,
then
and they're
yeah, then you
amazing.
have an orange substance all over your fingers that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Yes,
Good. All right.
They're good.
it's pretty good.
We when you were talking about when you first mentioned ordering anxiety, I thought you were gonna talk about. Do you guys ever feel that when you sit at a sit down restaurant and everyone else is ready to order and you're not?
Yes,
So then you're just like, so then you say yes and you just gotta find something.
I
That's a
will.
great point.
Yeah, I do that
Go
a
ahead.
lot where they'll order. Everybody's like, is everybody ready to order? And I just say yes because I'm like, I have three things in my head, and I'm literally gonna ask the server which of the two or three is the best. And I hope to God that they've tried any
If
of
they have an
these.
opinion.
Yes. Because sometimes they're just, sometimes they'll help you out. And they're like, oh, yeah, I would definitely go with this. This is probably the most popular. And other times, just, the girl's like, I'm a vegan. I haven't eat any of this. And I'm like, fuck,
Dude,
that doesn't
sometimes,
help.
sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'll go last, and I'll figure it out by then. But then it's too quick. It's like 15
Yeah,
seconds
because
and
everyone
everyone's
knows
done.
what they want. And you're just like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. I am definitely that person.
Yeah,
That's weird, dude, because that's the one time I'll be like, I still need a minute to look over the menu.
yeah. So
I'm
the
that guy most of the time. And then if they
so
come
yeah.
back and I still haven't done it, then I'll be like, typically order whatever the last person ordered.
Oh, really?
I'm
Okay.
like,
I
that
do not.
sounds good.
Yeah, I do not like getting the same thing as somebody else at the table for whatever reason. I don't know why. Um, it's and I cannot explain why that I feel the way I feel like that, but I just don't like doing that. Um, but if I will never be the person to say, hey, can you come back, unless somebody else says it too, and I will reaffirm, because if I say that and then nobody else says it, I'm like, fuck, like everyone's hungry and they want to order. But if I say it and someone else goes, yeah, I needed a minute too, I'm like, okay, good, I'm not the only one that needs a minute here.
Question on that. Do you ever barter with your significant other if you're like both kind of looking at the same thing? And you're like, okay, you get that. I'll
Oh yeah,
eat some of it and then I'll get this other thing. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
We Heather and I
If
do that a lot.
yeah, if
Yeah.
Andrea is debating between two things and she's good with it, I go, hey, they both sound good. I'll get one, you get one, and then we'll share. But yeah,
I do that a
I
lot.
don't.
never, never
Usually
share
not.
food. No.
Usually not. But
Jim, to your point about like telling the server, oh, I need a couple minutes to come back. I fear that because there's been so many times where like somebody at my table will do that and then the server's gone for like 10 minutes because they're like, screw this table. I gotta go turn and burn some more tables. So
How do you guys feel about bar seating at restaurants?
I'm
Sit,
not a fan of that.
no. The only time I do it, or I have done it, my kids really like sitting up there. So one time Mateo and Andrew were out of town, so it was just me and Lillian, and I go, hey, do you want to go to Chili's? We can eat at the bar. And she was so excited.
Oh,
But I
I,
would
th-
have.
I thought I thought you were talking about like
just the
high
high
tops
tops.
with
Yeah.
like
Oh no,
bar
those are terrible.
stool
No,
seats. Yeah,
those are
that's
terrible.
I
No, I'm
no,
just talking about
I
at the bar.
yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
Especially if I'm eating by myself, that's a go-to move. Like at a Chili's or something, I'll walk in and sit down at the bar.
yeah, yeah. For whatever
Yeah.
reason, my kids love doing it. I don't know why. If it makes you feel grown up or what, but
Probably.
they're all
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a while, I guess, but yeah, no, no reservations with doing it. Like I enjoy doing it when I'm, especially like Jim said, you're by yourself traveling or something out of town. I do it all the time.
Mhm.
So
What so Lorenzo, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you excited to go on your dude's trip?
Oh yeah. Actually, this episode comes out the Thursday we're down there. So I told Andrea, I was like, I was trying to figure out some way to incorporate this podcast into like a drinking game if we just have it on while we're while we're doing whatever to just make
Get
it
the
drinky.
listens up.
Yeah, for sure. Have everyone do it on their phones independently.
Just put it on quiet except for one. Turn it all the way down except for one.
So yeah, I'm excited. We've been chatting about it in our text chains, um, about what, because we are going to a Padres game, but then
Who
George,
are they playing?
they're playing the Brewers,
Ooh,
um, and George threw out like, "Hey, do you guys know who Craig Robinson is?"
that name sounds familiar.
So he was Daryl in The Office, the black dude
Yes.
in the yeah. So he's a comedian, he's a musician, and he's in San Diego
Pizza Hut.
that night as well. Yeah, he's in San Diego that night as well. So George threw that out like, hey, if anybody doesn't want to go to a baseball game, we could do this. So then we threw the idea. I threw the idea. Well, the baseball game starts at 6:40, and his late show starts at 9:30, so we can just do
Do
both.
both.
And Sparks goes, "Hey, uh, we can. I'm down for both. We can." In quotes, he goes, "We can stay out late." I said, "Okay."
Things are
So
getting wild.
it's still up in the air. Bucher did throw out like, "Hey, why can't we do one day and one the next?" And I said, I was like, I kind of want to also take advantage of this house we're staying at and not just be out the whole time. So we'll see what we end up doing. I don't know. I for sure want to go to the baseball game, and then after that, I might just want to hang out at the house and the beach and stuff.
The house does look very
Baseball
nice.
game would be cool just to go to the stadium, I guess. Check it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, and that's
I don't really give a shit about the Brewers or the Padres, but
no. Mateo wants really likes Padres City Connect jerseys, so I want to get him one of those while I'm there too. But yeah, I think George said he's been to a game, and the stadium's cool, and it's San Diego, so the weather's gonna be awesome. And
yeah.
I'll drink some beers before we go and have a couple $20 beers there, and well, we probably won't stay for the whole game. We'll stay for I don't know, hour and a half. If it's a quick game, it'll be done in 2 hours, 2:15, and we'll be done and go back.
Dude. So Andrew is all in on the Aggies. Like she's been watching just throughout the entire season.
Yeah.
And then during the playoffs or all this stuff. So last night it started like you was talking about, it started at 11. And then it was 3-2 in the ninth inning. And the dude for Florida hits a piss rocket. And
I
the
saw
dude for
this.
A&M caught it at the like robbed the home run that would have gave them the lead to essentially win the game.
Yeah. Damn.
Crazy. It was the dude's also like 6'6". Also, not to sidetrack anybody, but has anybody I just heard about this yesterday. Has anybody heard about Florida baseball's head coach?
No.
No.
No, I could be way off on this, and I'm just going to speculate anyways. But anyway, like
So
A&M
all
scored a
of this
couple.
is allegedly.
Yes. A&M scored a couple runs at like in the second inning, and then there was like
Yeah.
a fan getting into it at the dugout of Florida for an A&M fan, and he got booted. But allegedly he was saying shit. The dude, the coach was having an affair with the Bat Boy's mom.
So can I tell you,
And then
I googled Florida baseball coach, and the first thing that filled in was affair.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the husband of the dude ended up like killing his whole family and himself except for the wife. And then
What
like
the fuck?
yeah, and then the baseball coach married that girl. The wife wasn't home when the dad went crazy. But crazy ass story.
Yeah, it's
Something
a
that I feel like should be more talked
right.
about from
Yeah.
a major college program coach. Like this is his kind of backstory on stuff. And I just was like, no. And Andrew's like, oh yeah, there's this thing. I'm like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so that was on from Barstool.
Reputable
And
sports.
Reliable.
he said
Straight
the guy's
journalism.
name is Jack McGuire. He said back in 2021, Florida's baseball coach allegedly slept with one of the Bat Boys' mothers. When the mother's husband found out about it, he killed himself and his two kids, set his house on fire. Then, after all this happened, the mother went and married Florida's baseball coach. It also said, however, it is important to note that there's no credible evidence to support McGuire's claim.
Damn.
So, yeah.
But I'm just gonna go with it.
So here's
That guy's not dad of the year.
So, according to Florida politics, O'Sullivan's wife's former partner shot his two kids and killed himself after learning about an extramarital affair, but there's no evidence to suggest that the affair was with the baseball coach. And they said they began dating after their murders.
I don't know. It's just kind of a crazy, like, I was like, oh, I had no idea about that. And that should be something that is talked about.
Even well, you said probably said what you heard. It said, considering that even McGuire was incredulous at the lack of reporting on the incident, it may be best to take this wild tale with a grain of salt. So who knows? It is a wild tale.
I'm
it's a crazy tale.
I'm running with it.
Oh, here's another update.
So
Um, so this guy, the headline is retraction, an update on story of Florida baseball coach Kevin O'Sullivan. So it's a big article, but um, there's a guy.
I
There's a
went to the
guy.
horse track
Yeah.
Friday.
So are we done? Sorry.
Yes, we're switching gears. Obviously, I was
Man,
just waiting. I was waiting for
Jimmy.
the right moment.
Jimmy, you for are the king of just, which I like because we will move on, but we will move on whether the rest of us are ready or not, and it's so I'm here for it because we were you're really good at getting us out of like, all right, we're probably done with this topic, but I'm not asking, I'm just going. Like we went from fast food to a little bit about the guy strip, which I thought there's going to be more questions, but it was just, are you excited about it? Texas A&M robbing a home run I'm assuming just to get to the Florida baseball coach story. And now I was
It's just going
finishing
through
up,
my night.
and you're just like, oh, by the way, I went to the racetrack the other day.
Keep this thing moving.
So good, dude.
Maybe I don't have smooth transitions, but I'll get us in and out of topics.
I'm glad I'm able to have the sheet of paper and I can write stuff down.
Jim, on Florida
making me cry.
baseball, how is the first baseman for Florida playing right now?
He's a stud.
Is he?
He was like the one dude
Oh.
where every time he was up, they were like,
Don't throw him the
he was
baseball.
like he went down 0-2 to start his at bat in the 8th or 9th inning, and he ended up just getting a walk because it was like, even though after those it was nothing was close, and then
The reason I'm asking is, do you guys remember that the Guardians somehow have the first overall pick this
Yeah.
year? Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? I heard that again recently and I forgot about it already. So
he's
I got
a stud
kind of excited
on hitting.
on hitting.
He is not, I would say, like a elite first baseman.
Doesn't matter. You can
But
just play average defense as long as you can hit.
the dude can rake.
So yeah, and that's, I think people have talked about it before. Like if you're gonna pick a player, you also don't want to pick the number one player and he's just a DH.
Correct.
But
So
maybe you do. Like, what if you had Big Poppy as the number one pick, right? Like,
yeah, but even then he didn't start as DH. He was a third baseman and a first baseman, and then eventually
no,
he
I'm
was
just
the
saying,
DH.
like, if you get that type of career out of a dude and he's just a DH, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, and
Best
I mean,
player available.
yeah, but I mean, I agree with you, but sure, if he turns into a DH, then fine, but not for
Seems
the
like
get.
you don't agree with me.
I just don't think you should like, hey, we're gonna draft this guy, and all I can do is hit. Like,
Well, he's like A
cool.
on hitting, and
Yeah.
then his other things are
From
average,
all the mock drafts I've seen, the Guardians are either going to go this Georgia third baseman or this Oregon State kid that plays second base, like middle infield.
that sounds
That's
like a
like-
terrible pick.
Travis Bazana.
It's 1 and 2 every single yeah, Travis Benzana or this Charlie Condone. Yeah,
I just don't know the last time like a second baseman's
has been
like-
great.
been like the dude that's like taking you to a World Series.
I would prefer probably this kid from Georgia. I talked to a reliable source named Adam Gumpf. That was his pick.
Yeah, I was excited. I was excited when I was like, "Hey, Gumph, you should come to Tyler's party." And
Yeah, I would, dude. I completely caught off guard when he showed up. It's like, who invited this dude? No, it was great to see Gumpf. I always forget that he's in.
I wasn't
town for a
invited to
couple weeks.
Tyler's party.
Yes, you were.
don't talk to me about
Well,
it.
You were. It
What
was a
party was
It was
this?
a Facebook diaper party.
Then for sure I was not. Oh no, I
It
was
a
not
diaper
in that.
party.
I was not invited to that. I was invited to the baby shower,
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
and we sent a gift, and then I got jack shit from Facebook about some diaper party. I'll just tell you that right now. So
I'm
Well,
pretty sure you
screw
were
you guys.
invited, but
well,
it's
it
okay.
wasn't. First of
One
all,
It was in Ohio, Jim.
it was it
No.
was secret.
Doug,
Tyler, it was secret, and Tyler wasn't the one who created it.
who did?
Secondly,
I
I'm
want
gonna
their
guess it
ass.
was. I'm gonna guess it was Heather and Mike.
It was Mike Jacoby who created the event, and then I think co-invited Heather to like so that way Heather could throw out some other invites.
Mm,
But Jim, don't feel bad. I don't think she invited
No,
you.
I
Hardly.
do.
I don't think she invited you
That's
from out of town.
that's kind of bullshit. I get invited to the wedding shower or baby shower and send a gift, even though I'm not in Ohio, and then I don't get invited to this one. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Plot twist. You were invited,
Boom.
according to the Facebook.
Thank
thing.
you. Thank you for the proof. I was about to do the same thing, Lorenzo, but I didn't know if I could go back and pull up old events.
Yeah.
I
You
swear,
were-
like I never got any type of invite.
Oh, weird, Jim. Facebook says differently.
I'm telling you what's on here, and it said Jim invited. So
I probably have so many like
Here
Facebook
we go.
invites.
Here we go.
I'm so popular.
Ah,
I missed out on all these gatherings because I
it's
don't
just
get notifications.
you can't keep up with all the invites. I get it. I get it.
it's sometimes when you're that popular, it's just
It's
you know,
hard, man.
it's
Yeah.
hard. It is very
I
hard.
wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, but
Oh, it was a good time. Um, Tyler's diaper party it seems like you got a lot of diapers. It's
I
harder.
did.
It's harder when you're. I learned when you're older having a child because you have not necessarily like less friends, but your friends are spread out. So like when I had mine, we were younger and our friends were still around, and I could gather a bunch of things.
Yeah. It was cool though. It's good.
I'm
It's always
sniffing
good seeing
Kizzy.
people.
Yeah.
You're what?
Still sniffing Kizzy, as the kids would say.
What is that?
I just looked at past events and there is nothing on here.
Oh, weird. I don't know.
So
I wonder if nothing's on there because you didn't respond to it. Like if
but
you would have put
how would
like
I-
going or interested or maybe or whatever the fuck people say.
no, because there's something from Fallen Timbers Duck Unlimited Membership Banquet from Zach George, which I never responded at all.
Okay.
From March of 2023, that's not on here that I can
Got
look
it.
at past events.
Okay. Well, I just
Maybe a different Jim Hutchison got invited.
That is probably what it was.
Could have happened.
no, I just sent you guys the screenshot of what happened. A different Jim Hutchison. It's definitely you in the picture. So
Jim, don't worry. I'll call Facebook to get to the bottom of this. I'll talk to
Please-
talk to their AI
please do.
support.
off Facebook.
So wait, hold on though. Hold on.
Yeah.
Why is Rick on here twice? And
Is
yes. See, there's something weird because it has like me and Rick. It doesn't have any of like the Facebook stuff to the side. See, like on that picture where it says the one of Rick has like the little messenger thing that I'm assuming that means you're Facebook friends with him.
Yeah.
And then it has those different people that you could add. For me, there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right.
So I'm just dude,
You know what?
I bet it suck. I bet it suck fucking with me.
What do you mean?
Zuckerberg, dude, that dude loves to just fuck with me all the time.
I thought you said I bet it sucks fucking with me. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? But
No, Zuck.
Zuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Him and I. It's a funny game we play.
You guys go way
We're
back.
boys.
You guys go way back.
We're boys. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
but
remember
no,
seeing you
I-
in the movie, Jim. The Social Network. Were you in there?
I
You were one of the users on a different campus. I get it. Yeah.
dude, I was working with these kids at my last company and I was talking to them about Facebook because they were talking and I'm like, no, I remember like it was rolling out university by university and like how big of a deal it was when your university got it. And then they're like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, that's the way it started as like you couldn't get on. It was only college kids. They're like, what? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. And then they made it to the point that once my parents got on there, my grandparents, I knew uh,
It was
they
over.
broke down and cashed out. Like that's you're that it all went downhill from that point. Like it was wild on Facebook for a minute. All party pictures and then um
And now you're getting invited to diaper parties.
which I'm not, but
Damn.
uh oh, I was gonna tell you, went to the horse track Friday.
Yes. Yeah.
There was a horse named Lorenzo there. Did not win.
What
Did
place?
he? Yeah, what place?
Didn't place.
Didn't finish.
Oh, solid.
Well,
Just
it's
didn't
win
finish.
place show
Oh,
Okay.
is if you're so did not do any of those. Um, my company for the sales team or whatever, they invited like they rented out like a suite there and like it was really nice. Invited significant others to come and had an open bar, like all this type of shit. Get there right when it's starting, get up to the thing. They're like, not a ton of people are there still because it was kind of come and go. Um, and a couple of guys I work with are like, dude, you just missed it. And I'm like, what?
Hmm.
The first race of the night, horses collided with each other. One of them broke their legs and they had to bring out the tarp.
They shot it out there?
oh my God.
No.
We don't know if they shot it out, but they put like a tarp
Euthanized
around the horse. Yeah.
They for sure
Uh,
euthanized it instantly.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm like, are you kidding? Because I was getting pissed because this place, it's nice on like the outside, like it's massive, this thing. And they have on Fridays, it's like free valet parking or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like let's just go do this and
Yeah.
we'll walk up. And like they do, like they kind of rolled out the red carpet as much as they could for like a horse race place for our company and stuff. And so, um, but the valet thing took fucking forever. Like it was just like waiting. I'm like, oh well, we missed the first race, whatever. Um, but yeah, Andrea won big, dude. She knows how to horse gamble, like gamble on horses.
I
And
like
so
horse gamble
What
better.
what was her strategy?
She just does
Just wondering.
she does a trifecta box pretty much a majority of the time. So like if you pay $12, that will end up paying you like I don't know, like $18. It's not like a huge win, but it's
Mhm.
like you just are guessing that these three horses will one of these three or two out of the three horses will finish first or second place. And the way the races kind of break, like there's like a chunk, like the first four horses are kind of like the heavy favorites, and then there's long
Mhm.
shots. So you have a pretty good idea of one of those heavy favorites is going to win. So she was just like win, like consistently. Everybody in my company is just going up to her like one on one, like, so I'm thinking about doing this on the next one and this and that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay. So
That's
dude,
what's funny to me is like of all people, like Andrew
yeah.
win like horse races. Like
Yeah. Well, my father-in-law has like a whole like number strategy. Like he looks at he'll like when we go, you can go and spend $2 and you get like a little thing that gives the odds and like breaks down all the horses. And so he gets that, and then he gives like 2 points for this, two like a point for this, a point, and then he'll look at the entire race
Oh
and
my
he'll add up
God.
all the points, and then he'll be like, okay, this one has 13, this has 11 and 9. Okay, these are who I'm gonna box and this and do that type of thing and go. And he's actually pretty good about it. But I'm like, I just go off feel. I go off.
Feel a name, baby.
Yeah. But these like magazines will tell you like, okay, this horse has had LASIK surgery or no surgery. Like I like their first time first time with a jockey riding on this type of soil. Like it breaks down everything that you could think of for the race. And I'm like,
It should just tell you which horse is fastest. Like yes or no. Like is this horse fast?
yeah. So um, but it was a good time. Except for Lorenzo. We strayed from our kind of system that we had because
Because you
Lorenzo
saw
was
the
a little
name
bit of a
Lorenzo and
Well, that was your feeling
yeah.
part of it, though, right? I would imagine
Yeah.
that's the feel part. You're like, oh, we have to, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I lose money, she wins money, and then it's a good relationship that we have that way.
I tell you what, if I came across a horse named Cheeseburger, you better believe I'm betting that thing.
Damn right. I'd expect that, dude.
Dude, I can't. I don't know how that started.
I do.
I just remember my little Nokia phone
Yeah.
had a cheeseburger symbol, and that was what popped up when you called.
Yeah, dude.
What up, cheese?
I remember going to your parents and we'd play like MVP baseball or something along those lines.
Might
I
have
think it
been
was MVP
MLB.
baseball.
Yeah,
MLB something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger. All right. Man,
What a ride,
what a
dude.
ride today.
What an episode.
Yeah, I was right. It's exciting. I was right at the beginning. I forecasted
Took
it
us a
and
minute.
man, I think that's just everyone had to wake up, and then I'm dealing with work stuff, but we hit it. We hit
You,
it. This is
you
good.
didn't get
Good.
called into a call?
I've been texting a little bit here and there,
Okay.
so been pretty good. I've been staying engaged and handling work.
Is Father's Day a popular park day?
Yeah, just because it's a Sunday. It's not necessarily
Oh.
because it's Father's Day, but just because it's a weekend. And I'm hoping I can get this cleaned up and we can get this thing turned on for all the kids that will be crying when they show up. And the signs are still up. It says closed for maintenance, closed for doo doo. So,
Close for poop.
any dad jokes? But I was told, I didn't get an email, but I was told somebody was pretty bummed that we did not have dad jokes. So,
Do you know what hermit crabs do on Father's Day?
what?
They celebrate their dads.
Dude, that's you can't see, but that's one of the first ones. I was just staring at it when you said it. That's sweet. Oh man. Now my camera's blurry. Ty, do you got one? If not, I got one.
Negative. Please hold.
Negative. All right. I'm just gonna find one here. Why don't they have Father's Day sales?
I don't know why.
Because fathers are priceless. That's more of a sweet one.
That
Yeah,
is-
I wouldn't say that was a like
that hits you in the feels.
punchline joke.
I've dedicated my whole life to finding a cure for insomnia. I won't rest till I find it.
So
You-
now
Not
here's
a
the
dad- not a
nothing to
dad-
do with
not a-
Father's Day.
now here's
not
the
a
thing.
Father's Day joke
I mean,
at
we
all.
both threw out Father's Day dad jokes, and I thought you would like see that theme there.
No,
but
no. That's what a good dad joke is you zig when everyone else is zagging. So
Why do sons love Father's Day so much?
why?
Because it's always on Sunday.
Oh,
okay.
I saw that one too. We must be on the same
That'll
website.
Come on, that was better than Tyler's.
That'll
Yeah,
play.
it was.
Okay.
You stayed on theme.
Side
Stayed
note.
on theme.
Side note, so I was on like a work Zoom this week, and there was a delay with somebody firing up like their little Zoom presentation or whatever, or their PowerPoint deck. So they did a little like filler, and some dude in the background, he goes, "I gotcha." He opens up his dad jokes book and he fires off a dad joke, and I was the one that got the answer immediately. So I was like, dude, this is paying off. We're good.
This is paying off big time.
Ty, how many PowerPoint presentation meetings do you have like a week?
Probably at least 3 or 4 that I sit through.
Oh my God.
Really?
God bless you.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm on a lot of different teams and groups and stuff. And yeah, I don't have to do them myself,
I would
but
say, how many have you made?
a bunch.
Yeah.
I do myself probably like 2 or 3 a month, but for other teams, and it's like a lot of them aren't all that fancy. It's usually just like, hey, this is like a big update that we're doing, like with something work related. But yeah, so
I zone
I
out
do sit through a
so
lot.
hard.
Oh,
as
don't get
soon
me
as-
wrong. I multitask. If I'm on the meeting, but I don't really need to be on the meeting. Yeah. Yeah.
Camera on? Do they make you?
Camera's always on. Oh, yeah.
They
They
don't
don't make us, but
yeah, same here. They don't make us, but I it would depend on like call it what team meeting it is. So like the people that I work with closely, yes, my camera would be on. But if it's somebody that it's like given an update on X, Y, and Z, and I'm just kind of there to kind of sort of know the information, then camera's off because I'm multitasking behind the scenes.
I
So.
am the king of, hey, there's a new, like, there's a monthly update, and then the tech person comes in and like that walks us through it. Like 2 hours later, just going to like the person that I know probably paid attention the best and be like, so what exactly does this update do? Like,
Oh my.
how do we get to this point here? But
Um,
you know who I blame? The tech
Who?
update people, because they did not make it engaging. And so
I think it's already, I mean, yes, a little bit, but I think it's already a lot to just be like, all right, we got to get this information out to people who already don't want to hear this information. It was a lot of work on our end. Now, not only do we have to give them the information, but now we got to make it fun to give them the information.
yeah.
I don't know. It seems like a lot. I knew
How
what Jimmy's
does
answer was gonna be.
how does Darth Vader like his toast cooked on Father's Day?
On the dark side.
On the dark
The
side.
dark side.
That's right. We'll close with that.
All right.
Well, are we closing, Jimmy? Are we good?
Yeah, man. I did not put really any thought into the topics today, clearly.
Dude, that was
and
beautiful.
so it's just
No,
kind of
that was beautiful. That was a good episode.
one off the dome.
Yeah. Well, we got to say our thanks. So thanks to Megan. Thanks to Rachel.
I heard from Birkin.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right.
Is he a
So-
He's
listener? Or
like,
did
hey,
you just hear from
yeah,
him?
he goes, hey, President. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Thanks to Birkin.
Yeah.
Anybody else in there?
Beth. Did we shout out Beth?
Thanks to Beth. Yeah.
Yeah, to shout her out.
She's a thanks. She listens. I know she listens. So
She does listen.
I think that's it. And of course, thanks, George.
Thanks, George.
George. Love you
This
guys.
Love you. This
Love you
has
guys.
been another episode of 3 Different Dads.
Happy
What if that's how I
Father's
ended it every time I go, this has been an episode? Yes, it has. All right. Goodbye.
Dear Jane, chances are you won't find the time to read this or respond. But I just want